All right. Good
All right.
luck.
All right, time for the introductions, folks. Good evening, everybody. It is time now for the Zelda Randomizer race here on Speedrun to Change the World. We have an exciting matchup between the Greenleaf Effect and CrimsonAvix. This is LZ Cards Fan 23 here calling the exciting action here for this Zelda Randomizer race. And the flags that they're going to be using for the Zelda Randomizer race is going to be a modified Elite 8. What that is if you've played The Legend of Zelda before, you've never played it quite like this. The start screen location is going to be different. The enemy's hit points are going to be shuffled to plus or minus 4 of whatever their range is. So it's possible you could have Super Keys take 4 hits to kill as opposed to 1 potentially. You've got the white sword item that is going to be shuffled about. So the item that you normally see in the White Sword Cave might not necessarily be the White Sword. And then the dungeons are going to be different shapes. So the layouts that you normally see for the dungeons, throw that out the window. And now both of these racers are going to be ready to go. And we're going to get the countdown started. Cheer them both on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Zelda 1 is the fact that you're looking for the same thing. You're looking for one item that is behind one of these locations. Now, Chris is going to try to do this difficult, but what he does is also, one thing I want to let you guys know, in addition to this being 8 days, all of the hints, those of you who have seen the Zelda Randomizer race before, you know that there's a 50-50 chance that the hints that you receive are either be helpful or complete community hints. Well, here we've done something a little bit special here. All of the hints that you're going to be seeing are community hints, so there are no helpful hints for either of these two competitors to go by. So these guys are going to have to know their stuff if they're in this race. See that Crimson is going to head for vanilla level 6. We'll see if there's anything good here. And sorry for the inconvenience. Looks like that is the door repair message. The penalty, as if it were. And TG finding nothing good behind vanilla magical sword gravestone. And there's another thing that you need to know. Now, normally when you are picking up the white sword in The Legend of Zelda, you need 5 hearts to pick it up. Well, here in the randomizer, it's anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts. So chances are that 5 hearts is not going to be what they need to pick up that white sword, whatever the white sword item is. Apologize for any technical difficulties. There's the secret discovered on Crimson's side. It's going to be, well, he hasn't picked it up yet. At least on my side, he hasn't picked it up. Oh, but look at this. TGE found the wooden sword, and the medium secret is 38 rupees for Crim. That is well above the medium secret amount of 30 rupees that you normally see in The Legend of Zelda. The medium secret can be worth anywhere from 25 to 40. right, so let's see. Crimson's going behind. We've already seen that. Vanilla level 3 had the hint cave. And again, when they see those hint caves, they know they can get out of that. Again, for those of you who've just joined us, all of the hints in this particular Zelda Randomizer race are troll community hints that everybody from the Zelda Randomizer community has come up with. By the way, this program was made by Fred Coughlin, and he has done a phenomenal job with this. He's getting really close to releasing his latest Zelda Randomizer 3.0, and gotta appreciate all of the hard work he's put into this. He's done a great job. And now with the wooden sword, TGE is going to make a more valiant attempt to completing level 7. And he's got this two-headed Gleeok that he's going to have to deal with. And with a wooden sword, not too bad. But still, you got to be careful. He's going to lose 1 heart for every hit he takes. And with only 3 hearts, this is a tough fight. And he's down to just 2 hearts now. Can he finish off Gleeok? It's going to be a close one. Can he do it? No! He gets sniped at the very end. Tough break there for TGE. Another secret has been for Crimson, total to 76 rupees. But yeah, that was just very unfortunate. Gee, that means he's going to have to do the fight all over again. Too bad. Ooh, Crimson taking a death as well. So the early things have not been going well for either of these players. But you know what I always like to say? The game knows. And early on, when you don't have decent weaponry and you're off against enemies like Lyles and Moblins, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of early deaths. And so far, both of these players are feeling the force that the Zelda Randomizer race can provide. And now let's see how TGE does in his next attempt against Gleeok. Down to 1 heart again, but this time he's not gotten rid of any of the 2 heads. Definitely gonna have to work for this one, folks. Crimson right now is continuing to explore Hyrule to see if he can find any different levels or if he can find the sword, but another for TGE against Gleeok. This has not been a good level 7 for him. Level 7, again, with just sword, which has a lot of rooms to begin with, just like vanilla Zelda. It's gonna be a hard dungeon to explore. And it looks like TGE has decided no more level 7 for now. Well, he has found the white sword item, and the white sword item is Boomerang, or as we like to call it, Lord Banana. So TG is going to want to try and up, so he'll need anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts for the wooden boomerang. And we see that Crimson has also found the wooden sword. Now, by the way, both of these players are being modified sprite. On TGE's side, Greenleaf has a Wizrobe sprite playable character, whereas Crimson has a Chocobo from Fantasy as his sprite. And there's going to be implications at the end of the... You will see that when we get to that part of the game. Both of the... So we'll see if Crimson is able to make a play for level 7, or if he's just going to continue to explore. Now we see that TGE is making his way to where normally the blue shop is. And we see that wooden arrows here are a nice price of 62 rupees. I believe the vanilla price is 80 rupees. And .done is the message behind that blue ring shop. That's just a troll hint. That is not a penalty. And picking up the blue candle, purchasing the blue candle is Crimson. And that's a very important purchase, because now with that blue candle, he can burn away all of the different secret bushes. By the way, the secret locations of the bombable caves or the burnable bushes, those have not been shuffled. They're still in the same places as you would normally see them in a regular through of The Legend of Zelda. Unfortunately, Crimson took a death there, so he'll have to start. Like right here in the Deadwoods, he can burn this bush, and perhaps there's something good behind that bush. And there's the first bonus cave for the Greenleaf effect. Normally when you see the take anyone that you want caves, it's either a red potion or a heart container that you can select. But here in the Zelda Randomizer races, there's a third option where you could also pick a blue candle. And if you haven't discovered a blue candle shop, ooh, speaking of discoveries, not only has Crimson found level 6, he has found the item in level 6, which is the bow. That is a huge discovery there for Crimson, because now, if he is able to buy some arrows, he'll be able to take care of his Pole's voices in an instant. So a huge discovery. Both huge discoveries found by Crimson. Amazingly played. Ooh, the price of bombs not very good in this particular seed. So the normal price, of course, is 20 rupees, but here in this race, it's an expensive 29 rupees for a set of 4 bombs. So this has the potential, folks, of being what we like to call a poverty seed. TGE has found a medicine shop cave. Back on Crimson's side, he's continuing to explore level 6. Now, the enemy sets between the levels, they are shuffled as well. Now, I believe there has to be at least 2 Korea sets. There has to be at least 2 Dark Nut sets, and I don't know if level 9s have been shuffled as well, but if that's the case, then at least 2 of the enemies be Wizards. The other 3 sets can be random between the 3 enemy sets that I talked about earlier. There's a penalty cave that'll cost Greenleaf some of his rupees. Ooh, taking a death there is Crimson, so he'll have to try level 6 again. Again, doesn't have enough money at this time to buy the arrows, but what TGE has just discovered is to take any road that you want. It looks like one of them leads to near where Death Mountain is, and there's a one that leads to a similar spot in Death Mountain. Where is the last one? The last one is near 17 rupees is the penalty cave price in this seed. Normally, you lose 20 rupees if you find a door repair charge cave. So the loss is not going to be as much. And with the text scrolling as fast as you could possibly have it, getting out of that is impossible if you want to try to do an A. We see another medium secret, this one discovered by TGE. He's up to 50 rupees now. 38 is the medium secret. Again, 25 to 40 is the range if you're just getting us for the medium amount secret. It's normally worth 30. Crimson continuing to explore levels. He's trying to find the Triforce and a heart container if he can help it. With a heart container, you'd have a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item. Again, we know that the white sword item is the wooden broom. TG is going to check out that he has found level 6 behind that Deadwood's book. Normally that is a large secret for 100 rupees, but here we've got ourselves a level. So both of them are in the same level. Give each other a high five. Another death in level 6 for Crimson. And TGE has just discovered the prize of level 6. He's got himself the bow as well. So if he were to buy some arrows, he would be in business. Now speaking of items in dungeons, there are certain items. By the way, all the items have been shuffled. However, there are certain items in this game that can be in level 9. The bow is one of those items. The bow cannot be in level 9. There are other items that can't be in level as well, including the raft, the recorder, and the power bracelet. Those must be within the first 8 dungeons at all times. Because they are playing under a seed variation where you have all 8 Triforce pieces, just like the normal game, in order to traverse through level 9. And with 68 rupees on Crimson's side of the board, he can go ahead and buy this set of wooden arrows. That is definitely going to help his attack power. Plus, again, against the Pole's voices, they go down in just 1 arrow. So a big perch there for Crimson. We see that TGE is the king of the world in level. But again, all the hints are troll community hints. They're going to have no helpful hints for that to work their way out of this seed. We see that Crimson on his first bonus cave, he has picked up a heart container. He's now got 4 hearts. He's got a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item. Again, the wooden boomerang. Dig Dogger hates country music, huh? I guess the next time that Link uses the recorder, I guess he'd better get some country music going. And if that's the case, then yeah, definitely hate it and get rid of that Dig Dogger. Of course, resource management is a huge this game. As you can see on both sides of the board, both players have just one key and 2 bombs. That situation could come into play anytime during this game, but particularly when we get to the final level, level 9. Because again, this is the shapes seed. All of the dungeon maps have been totally reworked. So what you know about the dungeon layouts is not going to help you here. Crimson working on beeping strats. He's down to just half a heart as he is where all the secrets take him. Now, unfortunately, TGE cannot grab those bombs because you need to get to those bombs. And that's a big item to find. The faster you can find that ladder level that might be in, better your chances of winning this race. So we'll see when that comes into play for either one of these players. TGE doing a good job with level 6. Again, he is looking for where the Triforce is, so he's going to kill everything he possibly can and hope that a Triforce drop is going to occur somewhere. TGE finds a staircase, opting not to take it. He's potentially key blocked, and now he finds himself dead. But meanwhile, on TGE, on Crimson's side of the board, rather, he has found level 8, but he is ladder blocked to the right, so he'll have to try the passageway to the left to see if there's anything better there. Now, level 8, again, everything is shuffled. However, just like normal vanilla Zelda, they're going to be in level 8, and both of them are going to be behind staircases. Going to deal with these orange Lamolas. Now, it's a decision time. Well, actually, there is no decision. He's got one key, and again, he's ladder blocked on the right side, so he could take a chance and lock that door with his lone key, but Crimson decides not to. Yes, that is one of the things that makes this more difficult. Blue Gorias are now at 7 hit points, which is substantially more than what they normally would be in Zelda. Door repair penalty there, so that's going to take Crimson down to 21 rupees as he's going to make his way towards this cave, and he's going to hope to find something good behind this door. And he does find things level 2. So with level 2, just like in level 2, they're going to, for one item that is on the ground, there could be staircases in this variation, but any staircase that you would find will just take you to another part of the dungeon. There's no that there could be an item behind that staircase. They're going to be looking for an item on the... Now, it could be right there on the ground for the taking. You might have to full clear a room to get the item, or the item might be consumed by an enemy, like, say, a like, for instance. But Crimson just took another death there. Boy, this has been a brutal scene so far. A lot of both players. Look at the size of that large secret, folks, that green leaf effect just picked up. 146 rupees. I definitely approve of that. The large secret in the randomizer is worth anywhere between 50 and 150 rupees, and boy, we're on the upper side of the spectrum. This is definitely not a poverty seed, so if they want to buy the blue ring, they have a good opportunity to do so. The compass is Crimson in level 2, so now he knows exactly where he needs to go to find a Triforce, but he has not found the item yet, so he's going to skip it for now. Take care of these Moldorms here and find that he finds a fairy, but he was already full health, so nothing doing there for Crimson. Finds a Gleeok room that these jails have taken over, so you would normally expect to see a Gleeok here in a room shaped like this, but in the randomizer, anything can be in this room. And now we've our first map of the game, so contestants and everybody in chat, it's time to play Hyrule's newest game show sensation, Name That Ink Blot. Now we see that TGE is also in level 2, so he's going to discover both the compass and the map. But again, they're looking for the item, and so far no item has been discovered by either player. The sprites that both of these players have, robe sprite with a navy blue tunic-like color, and Crimson has the chocobo sprite. Good question. I do apologize. It looks like we have a little bit of technical difficulties here. We will get that fixed shortly. And it looks like Crimson might have gotten the Triforce out of level 2. It is very hard to say. Look, yeah, it went out a little bit for Crimson, so I did not see the last 15 seconds of that level 2. I gotta believe he had found the item and picked up the Triforce. See what TGE is able to discover, and a new level has been discovered by Crimson. It's level 3. Again, he's going to be looking for one item that is behind a staircase. Normally, it would be a corridor staircase, and it still very well could be a corridor staircase, but again, all the staircases have been shuffled, so you just never know where you're going to find the item. Plus, level 3 could be a segmented dungeon, which is normally not the case in vanilla Legend of Zelda. And this is a Wizrobe set. Normally you would not see Wizrobes in level 3, but here in the randomizer, a nice compass find there behind those Wizrobes for Crimson. TG gonna use arrow strats against these gorillas. Nice killing there. Still cannot find what the item is. So we do know that Crimson picked up the Triforce out of level 2, but what we don't know is if he picked up the item. And if he did pick up the item, we don't know what the item is yet. And TGE is still looking for the item. Crimson seeing a clock that he doesn't need, because of course the clock comes up after you've defeated the last enemy, and ooh, we've got ourselves a last clock here in this Chevy room. Now we call it the Chevy room because the emblem in the center of that room does look like the Chevrolet emblem. That's why we call it the Chevy room, and TG has picked up the Triforce in level 2. White sword was the item for level 2. Yes, indeed. So they don't have to go on a chase for it. That's good news because their attack power has just been doubled. So yes, indeed, we do see that the item in level 2 for both of the players ended up being the white sword. That is a very nice item to have because it's going to double their power, and they're not going to have to go through level 9 with just a plain wooden sword. So that is huge for both of these players. Speaking of good things, TGE has found a bonus cave where he'll pick container. Hey, we see what the Armos statue item is. For Crimson, it is the recorder. Of course, the recorder is used for transportation. It can warp you to any of the levels that you have done. And of course, it may be required to get to a potential dungeon if normal level 7 happens to have a level, because that's what you need to drain the lake. Furthermore, the recorder is used, of course, to defeat the diggers, and there's always that chance that you need that recorder to kill a dig dogger that is a Triforce, and a large secret has been found by Crimson, and the meat has been purchased by TGE. Now we're going to see what is the ladder item on the coast. Oh, baby, look at that. How about that? The ladder item on the coast is the magical key. both of these players are going to want to try and get that item. Magical key, of course, unlocks all doors. To be worrying about scavenging for keys when you get to level 9 or any level for that matter. So that is a big item to find on the coast. Both of them are definitely going to want to make a play for that. TGE has found himself in a new level. This is level 5. And another bonus cave has been discovered by Crimson. He has the heart container. Like 5 hearts, he has a 2 out of 3 chance of picking up the wooden boomerang, which again is the white sword. And look at this, we have a leave your max bombs or money behind. For those of you who have played The Legend of Zelda, in the second quest, there's leave your life or money scenarios where you either lose one of your maximum heart containers or you have to pay 50 rupees. Well, in this case, the maximum number is 8. He can lower that to 7 if he doesn't want to pay the rupee penalty. So those are the screens that you just saw right there. Those are something you normally see in the second quest. And level 4 now has been discovered by Crimson. They're finding these levels left and right. Looks like the only level that we have not discovered yet, I don't think we've discovered level 1, and neither player has found level 9 yet either. The Wizrobe dungeon, because whenever there's pancakes or like-likes, we like to call the like-likes pancakes because they look like a plate of pancakes that might have been rejected from some famous pancake house. Whenever there's pancakes, there's Wizrobes. Speaking of recorders, there's that dogger that potentially could be guarding something huge here in level 5. TE doesn't have the recorder though, whereas Crimson does, so if by some reason there's a Triforce or some critical item behind that dig dogger, G's gonna be out of luck. Crimson did find level 9. Yes, I must have been looking at TGE's side. But yeah, level 9 has been discovered, so that means 1 is the only level that has not been discovered. My mistake. And there's Triforce discovered by Crimson. He's going to go ahead and pick up the Triforce in level 4. So that's his second Triforce piece. However, Crimson's going to go back into level 4 because he's looking for that item. It's better to make a play on looking for the items in lower number levels than in higher numbers. Some players might take a chance and not go back to the dungeon in hopes that's in that dungeon is a worthless item, like say the book or the magical boomerang, for instance, or the red candle. We're getting close to half hour here in the sea, so if any of them find the red candle, I doubt either one of them's going to pick up, but we will definitely see about that. TG trying to do the difficult block clip here. He's got 6 blue dart nuts to deal with. This is going to be a tough maneuver, especially with those 2 blue dart nuts in the middle. Can he get through it? He does the clip successfully, and he's doing this great trick here where he can kill the blue dart nuts and not take any damage. That was well played there for TGE. Unfortunately, the item is not there, but still, that was a really good move there. You give him credit. He did a great job with that room. And there's the Triforce. But before he could pick it up, he got sniped by the blue dart nuts. Ouch, that hurts. Tough luck there for TGE. He cannot be pleased about that one, folks. Let's see, another Chevy room. Crimson's blocked. He cannot do anything about that, so he's going to do another part of the dungeon. Yep. Kai does go to the game in Zelda 1. That's not the case in Zelda 2. You defeat a boss in Zelda 2, the boss stays dead, even if you die at the same time. In Zelda 1, ties go to the enemy. That's a tough break there for TGE. Crimson taking a death in that room here in level 4. So again, a lot of deaths between these players. This has been a difficult seed. A lot of tough rooms and no defense to work on. Neither one of them have purchased the blue ring, which could lower their damage taken by 1/2. And another death on Greenleaf effect. Man, oh man, these dungeons are tearing both of these racers apart. Very quick blue land molas for Crimson to deal with, and he just got bodied by him. Ooh. My goodness gracious. No mercy. Boy, Gant has really come up with whoppers of dungeons tonight. And by the way, this seed that we are playing right now was certified by another Zelda randomizer. Adirondack Brick was the one that selected this seed for both of our runners tonight. So neither of these players, neither of them know what they're getting their hands into, but the second half of the game will be much kinder. But right now, the dungeons have had their way with both TGE and Crimson. Oh, look at this! Remember what I told you about the ladder being a item? Well, Crimson's just found it. Level 4's item is the ladder. So a huge pickup there for Crimson, so now he can get through any of those dungeons that were ladder blocked, and there's finally the Triforce picked up for TG in level 5. Doesn't get sniped this time, he had plenty of health. Speaking of health, Crimson's now up to 7 hearts, so again, both of these players can pick up the wooden boomerang, but at this stage of the game, we're more than half an hour in. I don't think either one of them are going to get it. There's the small secret found by Crimson. That's the first one we've seen, and it's worth a measly 5 rupees. Normally, the small secret in Legend of Zelda is worth 10 rupees. The range can be anywhere from 1 to 20 for the small in the randomizer. But with the large secret being worth 146 rupees, we can definitely take the neutralization of a 5 rupee small secret. Now we see that TGE has also discovered level 4 for himself, and he'll be delighted to find the item in this dungeon. Meanwhile, Crimson is going to level 3. He wants to get the Triforce and whatever item is there, because again, he was blocked. This Chevy room was where he stopped before he could go any further in level 3. Now with the ladder, he can cross into the next room. $114 is the price of the bomb upgrade, and Crimson's going to go ahead and purchase it, and he's going to get an extra 5 bombs included in his bomb satchel. The bomb upgrade can be worth anywhere from 2 to 6 bombs and can cost anywhere between 75 and 125 rupees. So Crimson got a good deal on that bomb upgrade. And contestants, once again, it's time to play Name That Ink Plot. We have found the map here in level 3. This is a very interesting shape to it. Looks like the number 9. What do you guys think that shape is? TGE's getting really close to discovering where the Triforce is, but again, he has not found the item, and again, he wants to find that item because we know that the item in level 4 is the ladder. It's a single block room. Potentially this could be the staircase that has the item that Crimson's going to be looking for. And let's see, tries to push the block. He does successfully. Do we find the staircase? We do. And it's the magical boomerang, also known as the inferior model, and Crimson is not going to pick it up. But what he is going to pick up is the Triforce out of level 3, so Crimson is done that dungeon. He can go ahead and try another one. Alright, so TGE has picked up the Triforce in level 4, but he is going to go back into level 4 to get the item out of it, and that's a good decision on TGE's part. So right now, it looks like Crimson has the edge in the Triforce part. 2-4-3 he's got so far. I do apologize for being behind in the... I am going to get that fixed. Alright, so we're now at the 35-minute mark in this race. Crimson going back into level 5, and TGE has just discovered the good news that the item is the ladder here. He'll go ahead and pick that up, and his business in level 4 is complete. 3 Triforces to 2. TGE has Triforces 2 and 4. Crimson has 2, 4, and 3. Not know what the item in level 5 is yet, as TGE picks up a tiny secret for 5 rupees. That was the same one that Crimson found earlier. The dark, just like in normal Zelda, level 5 being the Dark Nut set. For the one item, maybe it's behind this staircase. We'll find out in a matter of moments if he can clear out this room or do the block clip. That is not where the item is. It's just going to take part of this level. Meanwhile, TGE has found level 3, and he is not going to be excited what the item is going to be in. Knowing his experience, he will definitely not be picking up that boomerang either. Crimson having all sorts of problems with this blue partner 3 times, costing him 2 hearts apiece. He's down to just 1 heart. Ooh, he gets sniped by the blue. Oh my goodness, one lonely blue Dark Knight, and boy, did he pack a punch against Crimson. Alright, so we will see how this is going to play as Crimson's going to make another attempt into level 5. TG's getting close to being done with level 3, and again, once he finds that item, he's going to make out a dodge and pick up the Triforce and get the heck out of there. Still not finding the item, though. This has been a tough level 5, and level 5 segmented to begin with, but in the Shapes version, this could be a double segmented level. 114 rupees is the price, and TG is delighted to discover that by per bomb upgrade, he's going to get an additional 5 bombs. There's another heart container for Crimson. He's now up to 8. Now, if he wants a chance magical sword. By the way, we don't know the location of the magical sword yet, but if either of these players want a chance at the magical sword, they need to have at least 10 hearts. Normally, you need 12 hearts to pick up the sword in Zelda. But in the randomizer, there's a variation of +or -2, which means you could need as few as 10 hearts to pick it up, or as many as 14 hearts to get that magic sword. Alright, he's going to spend one of his bombs, so that means the maximum number of bombs Crimson now has is 12. So rather than spending the money, and he was short on money anyway, he's going to sacrifice one of his max bombs, so now the most he can carry is 12 bombs. And he's going to do the same trick to try and get the Triforce out of level 5, and there's that magical ring discovered by TGE. He wants no part of that item. Almost 40 minutes into this race, who can blame him? It's pretty much lost its value at this point, and there's the Triforce pickup on level 3 for TGE, so this is pretty much an even game so far. Crimson can get this Triforce out of level 5, he can retake the lead. But again, we do not know what the item in level 5 is yet. Gets rid of the Dart Nuts, but is not going to take the Triforce yet, and he gets trapped in a room full of Pulse Voices, but with that arrow, he'd make quick work of them. Alright, folks, to name that ink blot. This is a very interesting one. Again, this is a segment, just like I advertised. Finding nothing of interest behind Vanilla level 2, so he's going to try another part high roll. Again, we do not know the location of level 1 yet. This has eluded both players. Maybe this is where... No, he came through this area before. This is not where the item is. Oh, Crimson is going to go ahead and pick up the Triforce out of level 5, so he is done with level 5 himself. However, Crimson's going to go back and make another play to get the Triforce out of level 5, or not the Triforce rather, but the item. So this could give TGE a chance to catch up, depending on the order that he finds levels and items. It's possible that level 5's item could be a dud, but who knows? Maybe it's the silver arrows. TGE, however, has discovered the location of level 9, so now both of our players know exactly where level 9 is. But TGE is going to pick up that magical key, that item. So both of these players have the magical key. They no longer have to worry about keys going into level 9 or any other dungeon for that matter. Now, let's see if there's anything behind that Dig Dogger door. Ooh, a single block? Potentially, there's an item behind the single block, and could it be a huge item? Let's find out. Can we push the block? We can, and behind this staircase is the book! Oh, no! All that work and just the book to show for it. Crimson wants no part of that. What the book does is, when you have the magical wand equipped, the wand will shoot out flame, and when it makes contact with enemies, it'll deal some extra damage. However, two things. You also can get hurt by these flame bursts, and number two, it's harder to do the sword and wand trick against Patras. While it looks all cool and everything, people often avoid it because it's more of a hindrance than it is a help. Boy, what a trolley level 5 that was, and have the book be Dig Dogger block. Man, that's like a slap in the face there. So break there for Crimson, and we'll see if TGE falls for the same thing. And finding these in a particular order means everything. And ooh, a death near the white sword location for Crimson. And now we see that. By the way, while I was having that talk, Crimson has found level 7. We do not know any of the items here. Again, there's just the one item in level 7, just like the normal game. With TGE being in level 8, he's going to be looking for 2 items, and who knows, maybe both of these items are good. Trying to bomb through the spiral staircases, Crimson, he finds nothing, and luckily he finds a set of bombs on the other side, so he'll restore the bombs that he just lost right there. Down to 1 heart, though, he's going to have to be very careful. Oh, finds a clock there. Doesn't have to worry about taking damage anymore, so that was a very timely clock, if you will, for Crimson. Ooh, a death on level 8 there for TGE. Just pounds through that Gibdo does Crimson. It's a very interesting location. We'll find a heart container to the room on the left, so he's up to 9, so he's now 1 heart away from a potential shot at the magical sword. And there's nothing else Crimson can do there, so he's just going to go ahead and up an A and try another part of level 7, and hopefully has better luck. But finding a heart container is always a good thing. Ooh, another death for Crimson, this time to the Pole's voice, so my goodness gracious. This has definitely been one trolley seed, folks. It's been death after death after death for both of these players. It's already the 3rd Wizrobe like dungeon already, so man, a lot of nasty monster dungeons so far in this particular seed. My goodness gracious. And by the way, since, one thing I wanted to point out, since TGE is acting as a Wizrobe, the normal Wizrobes turn into Link sprites, as you can see right there. And ooh, he just got sniped by the zapper of that blue Link Wizrobe. Ouch. Another death on TGE's side. I know Kung Fu, do you? And all of the hints in this particular seed are trolley community hints. There are no helpful hints for these players to have in this race. They got to do it all on their own. And he's not able to bomb to the right or to the left, so Crimson out of luck there. He's down to 5 bombs, now down to 4 bombs. Can't bomb to the south either. However, TGE can bomb to the south on his end, and he finds yet another spiral staircase. Potentially this is where one of the 2 items could be if he can do this clip or get rid of these gels here that have quite a few points. I think they have 3 or 4 hit points. That is a lot for gels. So super gels here. TGE having a little trouble trying to do the block clip here, and it's costing him some time here. Is there an item there? There is not an item there. It's another staircase that's going to lead him to another part of the dungeon. This is insane. Now he's on the upper eastern corner where he's greeted by a bunch of orange links. And then yet another staircase, and this one heavily guarded with blue links. Doing a block click here is dangerous, and we just saw why. Zapped. Another death. Alright, I believe they're about halfway through this. so far, both of these players. I would have to say that Crimson right now has a small lead, but anything could change at any time. But this level 8 is proving to be a menace for TGE. Neither player has found the Triforce in their respective levels, level 7 and level 8. Everything is eluding them. These items must be buried deep in these dungeons. My goodness. Alright, TGE's now back into this blue Wizrobe room. We'll see if he's got any better luck. Boy, they are circling him like vultures against prey. Wow. He's just going to go through this locked door, and he wants no part of those Wizrobes. Who can blame him? There's a map. Time to name that ink blot, folks. Boy, this is an interesting shape. Wow. Holy smokes, especially the top half. Trying to do that clip, and it's hard to do that block clip against those blue Link Wizrobes. And, ooh, another death as he gets bodied. Oh, this has been a frustrating level 8 for TGE. He is not having a pleasant time in it at all. Now, I believe TGE has 3 Triforce pieces. I believe he's got 2, 4, and 3. Crimson has 2, 4, 3, and 5. TGE has the bow and the ladder. Crimson has the bow, the recorder, and the ladder. Both of them have a white sword. Both of them have the magical key. That's where we stand right now. And this is one of the more nastier level 8s that you'll ever see. And I've done a lot of commentary for Zelda 1 Randomizer races. I don't think I've ever seen a level 8 quite as trolly as this. We see on Crimson's side, he is now out of bombs, so he can't do any further excavating. Well, now he's gonna give level 8 a shot. That's a huge clock right there. You can get rid of those orange Link Wizrobes, can TGE. Still not where he needs to be, though. Again, he hasn't found either of the 2 items in level 8. We'll see if Crimson fares any better in level 8. TG trying to find some more bombable passageways and finds none. And here he is in the 6 blue Link Wizrobe room again. He's again going to try and do the block up, but they are homing in on him fast. And he's just going to get the heck out of that room. Both of them now have 9 heart containers. There's one of the items. It's the magical wand, and TG is going to go ahead and pick up that magical wand. Very useful weapon to have. It does the same amount of damage as the white sword. Plus, with the sword, you can make quick work of Patras in level 9. And he gets greeted by some more Wizrobe beams. Let's see if TG can get out. He does, but Crimson, not so lucky. He takes another death. Here he is in this like room. He's going to try and do another clip, and maybe this is where the second item is. What do we have here? It is the second item, and it is the power bracelet. Now, of course, the power bracelet is used to push the blocks, and there could potentially be a level behind a power bracelet spot. Now, normally in Legend of Zelda, the power bracelet is not a required item to beat the game, but it very well could be a requirement in this seed. Again, we don't know where level 1 is, and ooh, another death for TGE. Now, the good news for him, he has found both of the items out of level 8, so he just needs to find the Triforce. A compass would definitely help him out for sure. Meanwhile, Crimson's making another play at level 7. Again, he still needs to find the Triforce, and he still needs to find whatever the item is. And there's the Castlevania 2 message of let's live here together as the troll community hint here. Again, all of the hints, there's no helpful hints in this seed. All of the hints are community hints. All right, blowing the recorder there is TGE to get rid of this Dig Dogger. Nice kill there. That was a really, really good fight. There's a 5 rupee in the center of the board in that particular room. And level 7, name that ink blot, folks. Finally, we find the item in level 7, and it is the raft. Well, that makes it interesting, folks. So now, the silver arrows, which are needed to kill Ganon, are in only one of 2 possible locations. It's either in level 1, or it's in level 9, and both of these players are going to have to make a wild goose chase to find silver arrows. Wow. So we could have ourselves quite a race going into level 9, racing to see who can find the silver arrows first. Amazing. Right now, we have 4 items that are still at large. We have the red candle that's still at large, the red ring, the silver arrows, that has not been found yet. There's still one more item that we haven't discovered yet. Wonder what that one item could be. Well, speaking of discoveries, there's the level 7 Triforce for Crimson, and he's got it. We've already discovered the magical wand. That was the item in level 8 that TGE picked up, and another level 8 death for TGE. Man, this has been an insane level 8. My goodness gracious. Now we see that Crimson is going to make the play for level 8 as well, and he'll find the magical wand and power bracelet as being the 2 items, and they're still looking for the silver arrows, and again, there's a 50-50 chance that the silver arrows are going to be in level 9. That is unbelievable. Both of the players have the recorder. Yes, both TGE and Crimson have the recorder. Ah, yes, the final item, and for some reason this item does elude me. That's right. The last item that we're still looking for is the other heart container. Because normally the spare heart container is the ladder item on the coast. So that is the other item that is still left in play. So again, the 4 items that we are still looking for are the heart container, the red candle, the red ring, and the silver arrows. And based on the seeds I've seen doing my Zelda 1 commentary races, these Zelda 1 randos, I got a feeling we're going to see the traditional silver arrow red ring set in level 9, just like in the real game. Okay, so now that we know what we're still missing, I'm now going to recap the items that have been discovered by our players so far, for those of you who may have just tuned in late. We're now 58 minutes into this race. Here's what we have found so far. We have not even discovered level 1, so we don't know the items in level 1. Level 2's item was the white sword. The item in level 3 was the magic boomerang. The item in level 4 was the ladder. Level 5 had the book. Level 6 had the bow. The item in level 7 was the raft. 2 items in level 8 are the magical wand and the power bracelet. The Armo statue item was the recorder. The ladder item on the coast was the magic key, and the white sword item was the wooden boomerang. I got a feeling level 1 is either Power Bracelet, Raft, or Recorder blocked. You've got to have it to get to it. That's my speculation at this point. Consider what we have already seen. TGE did pick up the Triforce out of level 8. He's going to go and make a play to where normal level 5 is. Maybe there's something good behind that door. Instead, he finds himself paying 17 rupees on that door repair penalty cave. Now, what TGE's going to do is he's going to make a play to the vanilla white sword location, and I don't think we've seen what's behind this cave yet. Now we're going to find out. What do we have? Is there anything good behind there? No, it's just a shaman. He's already got everything he needs. And boy, the price of a single heart, very expensive at 23. Neither player has the letter, so they can't be buying potions at this time. We see that TGE does have 5 Triforce pieces. And Crimson also has 5 Triforce pieces. TGE has found level 7, and again, the item in level 7 was the Raft. And he's down to just 1 heart already as he got bopped by those Pole's Voice bunnies. We'll see what kind of time Crimson has in level 8 again. Everything in this level is heavily guarded by Wizrobes. I mean, this was one of the hardest level 8s I've seen in recent memory, maybe of all time. When these orange land moles not wanting that Chocobo to be in their territory, that's for sure. And there's the Triforce pickup in level 7 for TGE. So that's his 6th Triforce piece. However, he has decided to go back into level 7. Now again, the Raft is the item in level 7. Wants to take care of this room full of orange Wizrobes before he makes a play to the next room. Nice clip there against those blue Wizrobes. He finds the magical wand as his reward. He'll go ahead and pick it up. That was a very good clip there for Crimson. Very nicely done. TG wants no part of that 4-headed Gleeok. What he wants that item. And the item in this is the Raft. Crimson's about to find the 2nd item in level 8 himself. Again, that is going to be the Power Bracelet. Again, we don't know if the Power Bracelet is required because, again, we don't know where level 1 is. We know where everything else is, but we don't know where level 1 is. Go ahead and pick up that Power Bracelet, because again, you never know if that's going to be required. There's the map pickup. So again, if you didn't get a chance to play before in level 7, contestants, name that ink blot. Unfortunately for TGE, that is not where the item is. Sometimes those double block rooms can have a staircase. However, he has found where the actual item staircase is, and he's going to pick up the Raft. So level 7 is now completed for TGE. He's got a couple Triforce pieces left to go. Ooh, and another death on Crimson's side. This one for level 8. Man, level 8 treating neither of these players with respect. Now TGE is going to go back into level 6. He already got the bow, but he was unable to get the Triforce. In fact, neither of these players have the Triforce out of level 6. So I believe they were blocked. And also, yeah, I believe they were blocked. That's why they couldn't do anything. So all TGE has to do is find the Triforce, and his business in level 6 will be completed. This Dig Dog are giving Crimson a little bit of problems, but finally does dispose of it. He can move on to the southern part. Having a tough time finding that Triforce piece, though. That's what he really wants to find, is get into that Triforce so he can get it the heck out of this very mayhem of a dungeon, if it were. Taking a death in level 6 is TGE, so that means he's going to have to try again. And Crimson says nope to those 6 blue Wizrobes, so he wants no part of that either. My goodness gracious. TGE again in level 6 in search of the Triforce. That would be his 7th Triforce piece. He would only need to get the Triforce out of level 1. And once again, if you just joined us, we have not discovered the location of level 1. And oh, another death for Crimson against the Dodongos. My gosh. Of course, it's very hard to kill Dodongos when you have no bombs. Again, resource management is everything. Again, they don't have to worry about keys. Crimson's got to worry about bombs. He has no bombs. TGE's got as many as he possibly can have with the 13. And the bomb upgrade was worth an additional 5 bombs in this race. TGE has found the compass, so now he knows exactly where he needs to go to get the Triforce. He's almost there. And all he's got to do is take care of these Gorillas, and he'll be in the Triforce room. Of course, the question is, will the Triforce be there right for the taking, or does he have to full clear the room? He's got to be careful. He's down to just 1 heart. 1 hit from these blue Gorillas, he's a goner. Let's see if he's able to handle this fight. Oh! Lord Banana just betrayed TGE. He gets sniped by that Gorilla. He'll have to go back. My goodness. This seed, folks, I cannot believe what's been going on in this seed. These dungeons have been nasty with a capital N and a capital Y. Wow. Meanwhile, Crimson still not having any luck finding the Triforce out of level 8. He does take care of these orange Wizrobes. That is not where the Triforce is either. We're now almost 67 minutes into this race. And boy, oh boy, it's been quite exciting indeed. But I'm telling you, these levels have been owning both of these players. And both of these players are really good players that can easily go through an entire run without a death. But boy, these dungeons have been difficult. Crimson finally has some bombs to play with against these Dodongos, and he has found the all-important compass, so Crimson should be just about ready to finish up this level. And TG is now back to where he was, and he's just got a couple more Gorillas left to deal with. He is taking care of the last one. Gets the Triforce, and that'll be all for level 8. And yep, he's going to have to full clear this room, and he's got some bubbles to deal with in the making. But with that magical wand, he is doing some good work on these Gorillas. 1 more to go. He's got it. There's the Triforce, and that'll do it for TGE. He's out of level 6. My goodness gracious. So TGE just has 1 more Triforce to pick up. Again, it's level 1, but again, we don't know where level 1 is. Could it be behind Recorder Lake? He's going to try it right now. Is that where level 1 is? No. It's just a shop, and there's nothing of interest for TGE there, so he's going to have to make another play. Could that power bracelet be required? Again, we don't know the power bracelet locations because they were found so late. Again, they were in level 8. However, would imagine that that's going to be TGE's next stop is the power bracelet locations. Price of the blue ring is 242 rupees. At one point, they had enough to purchase it. They don't have enough now. And there's the letter. That's a pretty important item that Crimson just found. Because now he can show that letter to the merchant who runs the potion shop, and he can buy some all-important potions that can help him out in the last dungeon and level 9 as well. So, very key pickup there for Crimson. Crimson trying to do a screen scroll out of this area. He's got to be careful that he doesn't soft lock and do it in the wrong spot, and he did it all right, so he makes it through the next part of Death Mountain. And we're still looking for the final level of the game. We do not know where level 1 is. That's not where level 1 is. He is going to find some money, though. It's a big secret for another 146 rupees for Crimson, so both of these players now have over 200 rupees to spend with. TGE just also found that same large secret. His wallet is topped out at 255. And he's near where that blue ring shop is. He could go back and buy that blue ring if he wants to. That would increase his defense. The amount of damage that he would take would be reduced down to 1/2. So let's see what TGE has in mind. But Crimson's found another secret. This is a small secret for 5 rupees. He's at 213 rupees. And TGE has also found the letter, so both of these players can show the letter to the merchants running the potion shop, and they can buy potions. Again, this is a battle to see who can find level 1, and hey, with the 255 rupees, TGE is going to go ahead and strengthen his defense. The amount of damage taken will be reduced to 1/2. Nice purchase there for TGE. And level 1 is indeed power bracelet required. Crimson has found it. Normally where one of the take any roads is, and an immediate Triforce there to start level 1. Now with level 1, they're going to be looking for 2 items. Now one of them will definitely be behind a staircase. The other item will be somewhere on the ground. Now it could, just like level 2's fashion. So wow, huge find, level 1 discovered by Crimson. And he's already got the Triforce, he's looking for them. And normally you don't see segmented level 1s in Zelda 1 first quest, but there you see it right there. That's not where the item is. And we'll see if TGE makes the same decision and tries to go for the power bracelet spot to find level 1, because that's where he needs to go now. Hey, we know where the magical sword is, but TGE doesn't have enough hearts to try and pick it up. Crimson does. He has 11 hearts. He has a 40% chance of the magical sword if you were to find it, but it's in a tough spot, folks. It's the forgotten spot, so to speak. You see that one spot on level 1? By the way, name that ink blot, folks. One spot on level 1, that is where the staircase is. Like I said, we know the item on the ground is the red candle. Red candle is the item on the ground for level 1. Crimson decided not to pick it up. It's not worth the value anymore. It is totally depreciated. What the red candle does is you can shoot the candle multiple times. Ooh, speaking of multiples, another bomb upgrade for Crimson. He had enough money, so now his maximum is 17 bombs, folks. 17. Of course, the red candle, you can make multiple shots in the same screen. With the blue candle, you can only shoot it once per screen. And TG has also found level 1. He also found the bomb upgrade, but unfortunately, he doesn't have enough money for it. Silver arrows in level 1. So no wild goose chase for the silver arrows in level 9 for either of these players. That means by process of elimination that the 2 items in level 9 are the heart container and the red ring. TGE has also found the silver arrows. So now we know exactly where everything is in all the dungeons. So TGE, all he's got to do is get the Triforce out of level 1, and he can go to level 9. Crimson, I don't believe he has the Triforce out of level 6, does he? No, I don't think he does. He's doing some screen scrolling, though, right now to get to different parts. Ah, I see what he's doing. He's going to do a screen scroll. He's going to do the around-the-world screen scroll to get back into the part where level 9 is at. Now that I think about it, I think he did pick up the Triforce in level 6. That's what he's doing. Crimson, or TGE rather, has picked up the Triforce out of level 1. He now has everything he needs to fight Ganon. Well, in his case, he would not be fighting Ganon. You'll see what I mean when we get to the Ganon fight. So that'll do it for TGE. Now all he's got to do is make a play to level 9. Crimson, he's in level 9 first. We got ourselves a very close race, ladies and gentlemen. It is very, very close. And this looks like a bait block. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Crimson has just made a mistake. He led me to believe he did have the Triforces out of all the levels, and I was right. He didn't have the Triforce out of level 6. He's blocked. He still needs the Triforce out of level 6. So TGE is going to have the lead. A big mental mistake there for Crimson, and a rare mental mistake. And I didn't think he had the Triforce out of level 6 either, and I was initially right. Yeah, Crimson led me to believe he had it. He didn't have it. So he's got to go back to level 6 and get that last Triforce before he can go back to level 9. So yeah, Crimson making a critical mistake there, and that could cost him the race. TGE does have all 8 Triforce pieces, so he can make a play for level 9. He'll get there first at 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 20 seconds. Alright, so here we are in level 9. Normally you'd be looking for some hints, but again, there's no hints. They're all troll community hints. So what they're going to be listening for is the roar of Ganon. If they hear that roar of Ganon, then Ganon is going to be one room adjacent to where they are right now, north, south, east, or west. The other thing they're going to be looking for is a room that has a single shutter door where after you full clear the room, it doesn't open. If that shutter door does not open after clearing the room, you have found the location of Zelda. Now, the same thing applies after you defeated Ganon. If you see a single shutter door room with enemies in it and the door automatically opens, you have found where Zelda is, and that would be the game. So TGE having the advantage early on after that mistake there by Crimson, he had to go back to level 6 to get the Triforce. Now the big question is this going to be a easy level 9 where everything just falls into place, one thing right after the other? Or is this going to be one of those level 9s where bomb management is going to be everything? You have to find that magical staircase, and we could find ourselves in a great equalizer situation. Why do we call level 9 the great equalizer? Because it can turn races upside down, because you can have a big lead going into level 9, but if you make the wrong turns and your opponent makes the right turns, your opponent can make the comeback and snipe the race away. I can speak, folks. And they can snipe the race away from you. We've seen that happen a few times during the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. Oh, and look at this. We have found Ganon, or in TG's case, Zelda. Zelda is the enemy because he is playing as one of the Ganon minion sprites. Now, a Hyrule driver, or a Zelda hug, as I like to call it in this case, is going to cost him 2 hearts. He's got 2 hits on Zelda. You need 8 hits with that white sword. Well, there's the 3rd hit. Trying to get the stun lock. There's the 4th hit. Gonna drink the blue potion. That is a good idea for TGE, so his health is restored to full. Still has 4 more hits left to go on Zelda. And you guessed it, folks. After he defeats Zelda, he's gonna be rescuing Ganon. Roll reversal time. There's 6 hits on Zelda. He needs 2 more. His health is still in okay shape, but he's got to be careful. There's 7 hits. He's got the 8th and final hit, so TGE has defeated Zelda. He's going to pick up the Triforce of Power. So now all TGE has to do is find Ganon. If he does so, he is going to win the race. So now, again, what he's going to be looking for is a shutter door that automatically opens. If he finds that, he'll win the race. Crimson's still trying to get that Triforce out of level 6. The more time he spends in level 6, the less his chance of a comeback. Because so far, this has been a good level 9 for TGE. He's just got to now be lucky and find the path to find and rescue Ganon. He's got 12 bombs at his disposal. Crimson's got 17. You never know if that shutter door room where Ganon is only one way to get to it, or if there's multiple ways to get to it. And if it's one of those situations where there's only one way to get to a shutter door room that's got Ganon in it, good luck, you'll need it. Again, there are no hints. There are no hints to where the kidnapped might possibly be. Could it be in this room? Nope. That could have potentially been a room where Ganon would have been held captive. It's a single shutter door room, but because it didn't open automatically, it's not where he is, and the map also confirms it. Ooh, Crimson taking a death there in level 6, and that's a costly one. Any death from here on out for Crimson is going to be a costly death. He is several minutes behind already. Again, he got into level 9 to TGE at 1:15:20, and already it's been close to 5 minutes. So this has been a good level 9 so far for TGE. He's just got to find Ganon. Find Ganon, he wins. Finding yet another rupee boss here, a free 10 rupees, and he'll need it because he was down to 1 rupee. He's been using silver arrows as ammunition, because remember, when you fire an arrow, it costs you a rupee. And there's a Patras sighting there, and he is just going to ignore it. I can't blame him. Could this be where it is? No! By the way, this is not the standard Wizrobe set that you normally see in level 9. This is the Darknut set. Again, I told you this could have been random. This could have been a Guerrilla set, but instead this is a Darknut set. He is still looking for that single shutter door. He's going to avoid all the staircases for the time being until he has to take one for sure. Because its potential, we like to call it a magical staircase situation. You might have to delve through staircases to find the one and only way to get to the path on where you need to be. Unfortunately for TGE, he can't bomb that way. Now, is he going to take the staircase here? Yeah, he's going to go ahead and take the staircase, and we'll take him to another part of level 9. No, he's not. He changed his mind. Instead, he's going to make a play to the north. Ooh, he finds a fairy. He was down to 3 hearts, but he's got to pick up that fairy. Ooh, nice shot there with that silver arrow. But it's a trap. Well, maybe it's not a trap. He's going to try and bomb to the right. Nah, it is a trap. No such luck. No, I stand corrected. He's able to bomb to the north. Only to find another trap. Can he bomb his way to the right? Nope. Or he missed. Now he still can't bomb to the right. So TG's out of luck. That's a dead end. He'll have to go somewhere else. Tough break there. Crimson down to a half a heart, but he finds a lucky heart there. He's got 1.5 hearts there. Half a second ahead. Wow. It's not usual that I'm ahead, but all right. I'll have to give it a half-second delay, or I could pause it for half a second, but I think we'll just leave it the way it is right now. So TGE, again, he is looking for that final item. Ganon. And doing a good job playing of hide-and-seek against TGE. However, Crimson having all sorts of issues trying to find the Triforce out of level 6, and every second that ticks by is going to decrease his chances. I mean, TGE has explored quite a bit of level 9 already, but again, Ganon proving to be elusive in this level 9. He's going to take reverse C and see if this staircase will take him to where he needs to go to find Ganon. Warps to the eastern side of the map. He has been to this part of the map before, so it doesn't look like it's going to help him much. Well, that's a potential room it could have been in, but again, it's a single shutter door room and it didn't automatically open, so no dice. Nice fairy pickup there for TGE. As we're now over the 83-minute mark in this race. TGE is going to check out this eastern side of level 9. He has not looked at all of the rooms yet. He's hoping that one room might be there. Well, here's Ganon's normal room. And he's just going to up an A out of there. There's nothing doing there, so Ganon's not there. Your boss is in another room, TGE. Well, it's getting closer and closer to a full clear of level 9. TGE is able to bomb his way to the left. Try to bomb to the south, nothing. To the west, nothing as well. So another dead end for TGE. Crimson still looking for that Triforce out of level 6. This has not been a fun level 6 for Crimson. And he has no ring. TGE has the blue ring. Single shutter door room, but again it doesn't open automatically, so that again is not where Ganon is. Where could that beast be? Oh, TGE has found it! Ganon has been found, and TGE has won the race. A time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 4 seconds. Congratulations. So TGE is the winner of the head-to-head in this Zelda Randomizer race. Well done.
That was a little trolly.
Hey, TG, congratulations on winning the race. Boy, yeah, that was a trolley seat. I mean, both of you guys were getting owned in the dungeons. Wow.
Level 8. Level 8 is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I was telling everybody in chat, I said, this has got to be the worst level 8 I've ever seen in all the Zelda Randomizer races I've done. That was insane. Now here's the problem that Crimson have is he's on level 6 right now and he can't find that Triforce. He actually tried to go level 9. He actually led me to believe he had all 8 Triforce pieces. He actually went to the level 9 with only 7 Triforce pieces. And
I don't even remember where the Triforce in 6 was.
Well, I don't remember where it was either. It seems like a distant memory now. But yeah, and then level 1 was the last level that both of you found, and that was... You needed to beat level 8 to get to level 1 in the first place, so that didn't help matters either.
No, so I know we got to go real quick, but I do like to do a little quick thing here since I'm open with chat. We do have a thing real quick. Guess the death count, everybody. No prize, just a little quick fun. So go ahead and guess the death count.
Seemed like a lot of deaths. There's probably about, I didn't count, but I think both of you had double-digit deaths. I'm going to say you had like 15.
Yeah, it was something crazy anyway, so...
And it looks like that Crimson is not going to finish this race.
I think we're mercying this one. We do have a marathon to play with. We got a 65 in chat at 7. You guys are great. Someone's calling the devil 15, 16, 15, 69.
It looks like Crimson.
And the winner is, we have a winner. Ratty wins with 16.
16 deaths. I tell you, Ratty's pretty good at guessing these death counts, so she gets what we like to call a 500 rupee prize. So well done, Radioactive Rat. You got it. You got it on the nose.
All right, and I do want to thank everyone for watching. Reggie, again, thank you for letting us get this in here. So now we're going to send you off to Konosumi with Road Trip Adventure. Hope everybody's excited for that. It's going to be a nice little indie classic. And then after that, we're going right into Super Mario Brothers block with Super Mario Brothers 3 all the way through Yoshi's Safari. So hope everybody's ready for that. And again, big shout outs to the fundraiser here. We've already raised $2,500. Let's do our best to reach that $5,000 goal, everybody. Again, thank you all for watching. Again, Laws, thank you very much. Krim, if you're listening, thank you very much for the race, my friend. So have a wonderful rest of your night, everybody. And we're going to get you on to the next run.
My pleasure, TG. You have a good night as well. Thank you very much for having me.